I often think about everything out there beyond these four walls and dreaming to see it all. Dance like no one's watching.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Chilling on top of a whale kind of.
Hi there. To be fair, ever since I made this channel, I never really made an introduction video or express like who I am and what's my story. Before I get started, there's gonna be a little bit of background noise of a lot of cars and everything because there seems to be a lot of traffic here today because it's the weekend, so a lot of tourists coming by here. But yeah, right now I am in the Great Himalayas, like at least one part of it. And to get this formally started, my name is Akash. I was born in India, raised in India, and when I was 18, I decided to move to US. For about good 80 years of my life, I've lived in Los Angeles, California, and yeah, that's where I get this little American accent from. But other than that, like if you're from India, कैसे हो? मेरे channel पे आपका स्वागत है. But you know, as much as I want my videos to be for Indians, I want it to be for the rest of the world as well. That's why I decided to stay talking in English. Yeah, that's a little bit about me, where I was born and everything. To be fair, I wanted to make this video about my 2023 because just before the beginning of 2023, I decided to leave Los Angeles and pursue my passion for traveling. One last time here in Los Angeles, California, signing off. The major part of my traveling journey is inspired by Josh Newman. Rest in peace, brother. We lost him in 2022. The impact he made in my life has been like really crazy. This whole journey started because, you know, I saw someone inspiring people living their best life just by being themselves. And to be fair, he was one person who came into my life when I was like at my lowest point. And it really made me question about life. Like, what is life? What is your purpose in life? And to be fair, till this day, I have no clue. That's where I came up with the name Lostly Wandering, because I am lost, but I never want to stop walking. I never want to stop moving, and I wander. Even though I'm lost, I'm still gonna wander somewhere. So yeah, that's me, Lostly Wandering. Besides that, none of this is scripted because I didn't write anything. I just wanted to be pure out from the heart into the moment. Everything I'm saying is like right what's going on here. Yeah, 2023 was probably the craziest year of my entire life. It was a year that entirely changed me. Really made me question about my life and my entire existence. If I'm standing here, it's because of Josh Newman and because of how my last year went. So today is January 13th, so we are already kind of late into the month to make a video about 2023, but still wanted to make it. You know, better late than never. And probably by the time I edit and post this, it's gonna be the end of the month. But I do want to share some adventure stories that I really experienced last year. So a lot of that going to be coming out after this video. How was my 2023? Pretty fucking crazy. You see, before 2023, for about good 6-7 years, as an immigrant in Los Angeles, I felt really alone. I had no friends through all the good and bad. Like, I never really had people to talk with. And then when I was already feeling all that, COVID happened and I was stuck inside my room for 18 months. And that 18 months, as depressing as it was, it really gave me time to self-reflect of what should I do. And that was also the time when I came across Josh Newman. And I decided to make a plan, maybe stick with my job for one more year, and then ditch my American dream and decide to go where my heart takes me. With that, at the end of 2022, I decided to pack my bags, leave LA, come back to India. From there, my plan was to go to Bali, which really didn't happen at that time because Bali was still under the COVID lockdown phase, and I was stuck in India for a good 8 months. I thought what was gonna be my ticket out of depression really put me more into depression. I didn't have a job. I was staying with my parents. I didn't know where my life is gonna take me. So right couple days before my birthday, when I made this video,
I asked my Instagram followers to give me a few challenges to do on my birthday.
just something out of my mind like said like, okay, book a ticket to anywhere, and I found Vietnam. And that was the cheapest ticket I could find in that moment, and without a second thought I booked it. And right after I made this video, the next day after my birthday, I left to Vietnam. So after that, I spent one whole month backpacking across Vietnam, staying in hostels, living with villagers, talking to them. And for someone who has always experienced a terrible social anxiety, it really brought me out of my comfort zone. And to be fair, I wasn't that much out of my comfort zone, but it really helped me to step up a little bit and talk to people. It was a crazy 1 month. I started in Hanoi, then I did a whole north to south trip by road. So, spending like 20 hours in sleeper buses, then traveling to the other side of the country, being in the mountains, doing all this crazy stuff like, doing the Hajian Loop, one of the most dangerous roads in the world. And from there, still no plan, nothing. And from the first day I landed in Vietnam, no plan, till the last day, no plan. Everything I figured out was probably just a couple days before where I was gonna go, what I was gonna do. And I don't think I'd have ever taken such a big risk of not even knowing where I'm gonna be. And that changed me. That did really change me because it really taught me a lot about courage. And for someone who moved to a different country at the age of 18, all by himself where I didn't know anybody, I thought like I had all the courage a person can possibly have, but I didn't at all.
So it is officially my last 1 hour here in Vietnam. Enjoying my last cup of coffee. And I'm not gonna lie, this trip, it wasn't what I expected. It exceeded far beyond my expectations. Since this was like the first time I'm traveling solo somewhere where I don't know the language, don't know the culture. Putting all that aside, it was truly one of the best experiences I've ever had. Not just the trip, but the people. It's the people I met along the way who actually made it like million times more memorable. I can't wait to come back to this place.
After Vietnam, still, in a spontaneous decision, I decided to go to Thailand. Thailand really was a lot of cultural experience for me, but mostly in a sense like I got to slow down and meditate. I went to cities like Chiang Mai, Pai, and just chill there. And after the biggest trip was Laos. I found out about this country when I was traveling Vietnam. Somebody told me they were going to Laos, and before that I didn't even know where this country is. So literally finding out about a country and then being there in the next 20 days is like probably super crazy for me. So yeah. Next stop, I went to Laos. Again, a spontaneous decision. First time I didn't know where I was gonna stay, what I was gonna do, nothing. I get to Vientiane.
I am in Laos right now. I think like this is the only time I'm ever gonna get to say that my hostel receptionist kidnapped me for a road trip. I don't think it's ever gonna happen again. A core memory.
And from there, I found out where are the popular cities in Laos. And again, by bus is a big road trip. I started traveling. I went to Quang Vieng, Luang Prabang, and through my travels, I really met a lot of awesome people. So many awesome people. And we did a lot of crazy hikes. I got to dune buggy for the first time, which was super exciting. Besides that, I went into the water for the first time. Yeah. Another thing, I don't know how to swim. I'm super scared of water. I was with these group of people. It was like a lagoon, but they held me together, a little bit of courage in me, and decided to just fucking jump into the water. And I did. With a life jacket, but yeah, I did. So that was the first big step. And after that, after Laos, back to Vietnam. And I think the second time I was in Vietnam was a whole lot more crazy because I met one of my friends who I met in Laos. I got to travel with him the second time I was in Vietnam. So going there, we did the Ha Long Bay, one of the UNESCO heritage sites. I did that first time when I went to Vietnam, but the thing is, I didn't have fun. I didn't get to do what I wanted. So the second time we go to this island, we take a really broken wooden boat. Like, there's like all these expensive boats where we're like, okay, we're broke. We want to take the cheapest thing we can find.
We're going on a boat. Wiggling a lot. My first time going in the middle of the ocean on a very sketchy boat.
So we find like this really old broken boat. We took it like right into the middle of the Ha Long Bay. And he decided to cliff jump because he's got bigger balls of steel than I do. So, but I put a life jacket on, and for the first time in my life, I jumped into an open ocean. For a lot of people, it might not be like a big thing, but for me, it was really big leap of faith. Doing something that I've always been scared.
I'm really fucking doing this, man. I'm gonna be fine, right? Yeah, you will. Okay. Good shit! Oh fuck! I just jumped into the ocean for the first fucking time of my life! I'm so happy!
You know, my channel is currently at 60 something subscribers. While I was in Vietnam the second time, I was traveling from Hanoi again to the north part, and over there I found a hotel. So my initial plan was like stay in that hotel for one day, but when I got to the hotel, you know, one day I was just filming and the guy saw me and he asked me what I was doing. I was just like, I'm making a video. So I made the video. He saw the video and he liked it. He liked my work. He checked out my Instagram and everything, and he let me stay there for a whole 10 days for free, which for someone with 60 subscribers, man, that was a big deal. Like, I just found my first sponsor out of nowhere, like when I was not even expecting. So yeah, that video is gonna come out later. You know, you're gonna see it. Other than that, second time in Vietnam, it was amazing. After that, I decided to book a ticket to somewhere where I've been waiting to go for a really long time. Bali, Indonesia. Yeah. The whole plan that was leaving Los Angeles and go to Bali is finally in action. To be fair, if you saw me that time, I was with my friend at a restaurant when we found out the news like, okay, Bali's reopening now, and we just lost our minds. Like, I was going crazy in the restaurant. Like, I was so happy, like on cloud nine. And right the very next day, booked the ticket to Bali.
I'm in Bali. Part of me is actually about to cry right now.
And all the hopes I had for Bali, all my experiences outlived them. Bali was so much more than what I expected. The craziest thing in Bali is like, as soon as I got to Bali, everything worked out. Like, I had no plan. Like, okay, I'm in Bali now. I had this thing, okay, I want to go to Bali. I'm in Bali now. What do I do? Well, since the very first day I arrived in Bali, it just worked out somehow. I got onto online creator apps and everything. I found people I could connect with. I got onto all the online chats, online groups I could find, and I just started reaching out to people. It started with one person. From one person, I met more people. And from just like that, like in a place where I didn't know anybody, in a blink of an eye, I had so many fucking friends. Like, it's crazy. For a guy with social anxiety who just felt so alone, like only a year and a half ago, like whole life lived for the better, everything for the better.
I don't know what these are called, but I'm just gonna call them frog legs.
Frog legs?
Yeah.
What? Flippers.
Yeah. Frog legs. I got my frog legs.
Frog legs?
Frog foot. Chicken legs. More like beef legs.
Tree legs. 3 cents.
And I stayed in Bali for 3 months before I decided maybe right now I want to travel to India and just chill here for a bit while I edit all these videos. I can stay, take a break, save my money while living with my parents. So yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of videos coming in the future of all my travels. Some of them are gonna be good and some of them are gonna be super bad, because when I started, I had zero confidence to talk in front of the camera compared to right now. A lot more confidence. So yeah, you know, but you just gotta get started. Right now I'm in the Himalayas, traveling right now with my friend from Vietnam, and she's currently passed out in the car. So I thought it'd be a good time to record this video because we got a super long drive ahead of us. In the coming future, you're gonna be seeing a lot of these videos. And other than that, that's my story. And I'm super happy that I finally got to make a video about it and share it with you for the first time. The main goal was, you know, like I said, when I came across Josh Newman, when during the lockdown and everything, it really gave me a lot of time to self-reflect. So when I started this channel, the idea was like, I really wanted to make a film about depression. You know, I had these things like in my mind, how this film is gonna go. Bali was one of them. So there was certainly some things that I wanted to do in Bali, like climbing volcanoes and then like going into the ocean for the first time. Did all that. Life-changing, truly life-changing. My main intention for this channel was to, when I started, was to make a film, more like a documentary style, when I came up with this idea, I thought maybe it's gonna take a year. The more I kept working on it, the more I kept thinking about it, I realized like, oh fuck, this is gonna take a whole lot more time than just 1 year, because right now I'm just single-handedly doing it. But maybe, you know, that's why it's hot, like maybe just start making vlog kind of videos. So if you're watching this, come along, man. It's gonna be a fun journey if I actually ever make that film happen. But other than that, if you're watching this, please consider like maybe liking, subscribing, you know how that goes. It'll be really fun to have you along this journey. Yeah, this is my little story. Good view of Himalayas, and see you guys next time. Peace.
Oh my god!
Dude, insane.
Freaking crazy view that we have. We're literally above the clouds right now. This is insane.